Hello, Anna. Good morning.
Good morning, dear teacher, Cassidy.
How are you today?
I'm fine. I'm still coughing a bit.
Oh,
It must be an allergy, I guess.
or is it because you were sick? Because you were sick last week, right? Or was it 2 weeks ago?
Yes, 15 days.
Hmm.
I've been coughing, but I asked the nurse to check up to check my lungs, and it's okay. So it must be an allergy.
Oh, I think you gave me your flu because today I woke up so sick. I woke up with like a fever, and after this class, I'm gonna go back to sleep.
I'm sorry. Would you like to sleep now?
I'm gonna sleep after this class.
We can call it off if you would like.
No, no, no. This class is fine because good news, it's a lot of reading. And so I'm going to make you control the class. It'll be easier for me.
All right, thank you. I have to improve my pronunciation. It will be awesome.
Good. So how was your weekend?
I I have done and I have done nothing, just studying and relaxing.
How do you study for English? Do you use the internet or do you use a book?
Teacher, I set it up a hangout on Google
Oh,
and I invite people. I made it public and a lot of people showed up and I taught a class.
wow. How many people go to the class?
Six.
That's awesome.
I had six students. Once I taught Anton about the sports idioms. And yesterday we read about the Edgar Allan Poe, and
Cool.
and I learned a lot of new vocabulary. But some people asked me questions and I didn't know how to answer. And I told them, I'm not an English teacher. I am a student
That's awesome, though. That's good practice.
like you. And some people were mispronounced it, but I wasn't sure about the pronunciation as well.
All right, let's say hello to Anton and Rio. Hello, Anton and Rio.
Uh, Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Some quality is not good.
Yeah, it sounds like you're a
Um,
robot. Are you a robot?
I'll be back.
Okay. Hi, Anton.
Hello,
How was your weekend,
how are
Anton?
you? I slept the whole weekend. I
Nice.
don't know how it was.
That's okay though. Do you feel good today? Nice and rested?
Yes, yes, I feel good today.
Good. Rio, are you here? Are you with us?
Alright.
Can you hear me now?
Hello.
Oh, I don't know what's happening because it's just your sound. No, I
Hello.
can't. Oh, wait, talk again. Oh, it's choppy. Rio. Oh, okay, there you are. Yeah, it's bad quality. I don't know, Rio. You guys are the engineers, or at least you and Anton are, so I can't help you, unfortunately. Does anybody have any good jokes? Because it's Monday and we need something funny.
May I?
Yes.
Uh, is there something that is forbidden? I okay. I
Hello.
will tell a joke, but if it is not okay, you can stop me. Okay. A man was applying for a job, and she had to fill in a form, and then the woman asked him, uh, m- male or female? No, sorry. Uh, he he asked he asked him sex, and then he answered every day, and she said, no, no, I mean male or female, and he answered male, female, animals, and she answered, holy cow, and he answered, yes, cow, horses, goats, and then she answered, oh my dear, and he said, no dear, no, deers run too fast.
Is that so? You just gave us a bestiality joke that made my morning. Thank you, Anna. That was a good one. You did that well. Okay, I have a funny. I have a cute joke as well. What do you call a deer with no eyes?
Could you repeat?
What do you call a deer with no eyes?
What if no why?
A deer, like the animal. Oh, I said this wrong. What do you call deer with no eyes? No idea. Like no idea. No, idea. No, it's no idea.
Oh yes, no idea.
What do you call? Oh, here we go. What do you call a deer with no eyes and no genitals? No fucking idea. What do you call? What do you call? What do you call a deer with no eyes, no genitals, and no legs? Still, no fucking idea. That one's cute, right?
Why did the horse cross the street?
Why did the horse cross the street?
Uh-huh.
I have no idea.
Because the chicken needs to have a day off.
That's cute. All right, let's see. Rio, how's your quality now? I can't hear you, Rio. Are you speaking? Oh,
Hello.
Oh, I can hear you now.
Wow, that sounded not good.
Finally. How are you today, Rio? Oh, bummer. He's having some problems. And it's kind of a shame. I want him to be here because this whole class is about Japan. Anton, do you have any jokes while we're waiting one more time for Rio? Anton, do you have any? You have no jokes? I guess that's kind of a hard question.
I'm sorry. You lost me. I wasn't here.
Oh, you left? Oh my God. Do you have any jokes for us?
No.
All right, that was an easy question. All right, I want to get started, but hopefully Rio could get back because he would have a lot of good things to share in this class. Do any of you guys know the term English? Like, why do we say English instead of English?
I know only Thai English. I don't know English.
Wait, sorry, what did you just say?
I know only Thai English. I don't know English.
What is Thaiblish?
It's term for Thailand English.
Ah,
Thailand way to speak English.
okay, well, good. It's basically the same thing. English is more of a general term that means um, when people use English grammar wrong, mostly in Asian countries, because they have to write English all the time on clothes and things that they export. So we find a lot of English mistakes, more so than in other countries, because they have to make these products that have English on them. So this is one sign, one example. And I want you to look at this and tell me what is wrong with this English translation. Why is this weird?
Oh my gosh. Today is under construction. Thank you for understanding.
Yeah, what's weird about this one?
Ah my gosh, let me think a bit about it. Ah gosh. Teacher.
Well, they literally made someone's day.
Now,
Yes, we can hear you.
ah, go. It's reloading the journey.
Oh, we have another student. Adi. Adi Satya.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I like your name.
Thank you so much.
How are you? How was your weekend?
My weekend was great.
Good. I'm going to warn everybody right now. I woke up with a severe cold, so I'm like sniffling and sneezing, and I'm a little bit feverish. So we're going to try to make Cassidy not speak so much and make the students speak a lot. This is my goal for today. So I'm going to try to just guide the class, but shut up. Make sure you guys all speak. So we're just starting the lesson. Rio, can you see my screen?
Yes.
And Adi, can you also see my screen?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, we were talking about what is English. Do either of you know what English is? What are we referring to? Anton and Anna already know this, so don't wait for them to answer. This is only between Adi and Rio. What do you think English refers to?
I don't know. I have no idea.
It's basically, I like that you guys keep talking about Adi's profile picture. It basically means any type of grammar or English that is badly translated because there's no actual English-speaking people to translate it. It's just people translating it with books or the computer, and so it translates badly. And it mostly refers to in Asian countries, so China, Korea, Japan, because we get a lot of exports from those countries, and we see on the tags and the instructions, they sometimes have badly translated English. So this is the first example I'm going to give you. And the point of the class today is to just basically explore something interesting and also test our English skills to see if we can find the mistakes in most of these English translations. So this sign up here is an example of English, and I want to know why. What is wrong with this sign? And Rio can actually translate. Do you read that? Is that in Japanese?
Yes, I can read in Japanese.
What does it say in Japanese? Can you translate it?
Um, so today, um, okay. um, like waterfall.
Ah, the waterfall. Good.
Yeah, there is garden, and the waterfall is not doesn't work.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
That's basically it, right? The waterfall isn't working today. So why is this translation bad? Anybody can answer this. Or a separate question. Are they saying that the waterfall is under construction?
No.
What are they saying?
My answer is deer with no eyes and no genitals. But I will try. Okay. Uh, Instead of notes, it should be written warning, I guess.
Actually, that's okay. You could say notice. That's not the part that's confusing for English speakers.
Uh,
Look at the first sentence where it says today is under construction. Do they
well,
mean what?
no, I don't know. I told you my answer is deer with no eyes and no genitals. But it should be written, um, the waterfall is unavailable today, maybe. I'm sorry.
Good. It should say that. Anton, you're correct. It's actually saying that today, the entire day, is under construction. Like they're working on the day, which makes no sense and is very confusing. They're not saying a thing is under construction. They're saying everything in the day, this date, is under construction. And so we can understand what they're trying to say, but it's not what they're saying. All right, we're going to look at some more examples and read an article. So let's skip the first question because we kind of discussed it. Why do you think there are so many signs and English mistranslations?
I guess it because they translate it to based on their language.
Good. And how, for example, do people usually translate? What is the method?
Using the dictionary
Exactly. And it's
or
exactly. And why is that not the best way?
because it because sometimes it doesn't work because of native speaker say differently, not with their how do I say it, with their own language. I mean, um, like it's not work if only translated to your language. I mean, uh, our language is not work because of sometimes it is a very different English between English and our language.
Exactly. Especially the structure, right? So if you translate word for word, you could have some really, really weird sentences. And so what do you guys think we could do now to improve it?
Long grammatic, I suppose. Long grammar.
Long grammar? Wait, did you say long grammar or wrong grammar? It was too soft.
Yes, it's too soft. Learn grammar.
Oh, to learn it, of course. No, it's just sometimes your microphone, Anton, is super soft, and I can't hear all your words.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No. Oh, good. You learn grammar. That sounds like a... Just learn it. So what if these people don't know English very well, or they know it a little bit? What could be the best ways to avoid it?
The
I
best
think
way, don't speak.
um,
Go ahead, Rio.
yeah, I think we quit our katakana. It's our own language, one of the Japanese. It's um, like English, but our mm, like tomato is we say tomato. So we have different pronunciation and something. So we should quit such a using such a words.
Yeah, like salary man, right? You guys say salary man?
Yeah,
Businessman?
yeah. Salima is yeah.
Yeah, these are words that are adapted from the English language and sometimes German and sometimes Chinese, right? They take lots of different languages to Japanese. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, this is getting off subject though. So if you guys were to talk to somebody who is working for let's say, a clothing company, okay, in China, and they need to put little tags on all the different clothes, and they directly translate it, and it turns out crazy. What would your advice be to have them translate better? Like real advice. Think about how we could use the internet to help us. Nobody? Nobody has a suggestion? I just thought of one now, but I was thinking, Anna, I think you have the perfect solution.
No, I don't have teacher.
Well, I wanted to ask you, what do you do when you study English? What is something you like to set up on Google?
Hangouts.
Right. Could you not set up something like that, being like calling for a translation of this? You could put it to the public,
Okay.
right?
Right, maybe I could use Grammarly.
Yeah. Find a native speaker, give them your translation, have them correct it.
teacher, but my hangouts, my gosh, I'm not an English teacher, so you know.
But you could ask native speakers to get in your class somehow. You would just have to set up a different type of hangout. Anyway, let's move on. Let's do some vocabulary. This is a article written by a guy living in Japan, American. And so he uses a lot of American lingo and American language. So take a minute, check out these 8 expressions and words, and try to match them to their definitions. And then when you guys are all ready, put in the chat that you're ready, and we'll go over them together. All right, how are you guys doing? Did everybody finish, or do you need a couple more minutes? Sorry, I sound so stupid today. I can't speak English. Let me know in the chat if you guys are ready to check or you want some more time. Anton, Rio, Adi, are you guys all finished? Or do you need more time?
Yes.
Okay, see, I was asking for a response. Don't make me sit here looking stupid like I always do. Okay, let's try it. We'll start with Anna. I want you to pick any word that you know, so we don't have to go in order. This is what I want you to do. Say the word, say the definition, and then we'll try to make a sentence. Go ahead, Anna.
Okay. Perplexing, confusing.
Can you give me an example in a sentence, and I'll type it in the chat?
Yesterday, I set up a hangout and someone asked me, what's the difference between causative sentence and passive voice? Then I was perplexing because I could say deer without eyes and genitals.
Good. Okay, careful there, because perplexing is something that describes something that makes you confused. So, for example, a perplexing question. If you're talking about the feeling, you say, I felt perplexed.
Okay, thank you. It was a perplexing situation. I was perplexed.
Great. All right, Anton, you're up. Hello, Mustafa. All right, Anton, go ahead.
Okay.
Anyone you want.
Downright, I suppose it is absolutely the
Good.
first one.
Can you give me a sentence?
No, I can't do a sentence.
Yes, you can. You will do one.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can. I'm making you do it. You have to do it. Or I'm going to make another student do it. And you don't want to make somebody else do your work.
You downright right.
Oh, sorry, I tried to mute that, but I didn't go fast enough. You're downright right. That's grammatically correct, but we would never say that because it's saying right.
I know we would never say it. I just joking.
But you could say like, this class is downright amazing. Hi, Mustafa.
Hi, sorry, due to some internet problem, I couldn't catch you at the start. Okay, I'll try to be with you.
Just started the vocabulary, so we haven't even read the article. So you're not too late.
Okay, thank you.
We're just going down these. Can you see my screen, Mustafa?
Oh yeah, I see it.
So we're doing the word perplexing and downright. Perplexing is confusing. Downright is absolutely. And we're going through each person, and we're giving examples, and I'm writing the examples in the chat. So I'm going to skip you right now, and I'll do the other two. But on the next time around, we'll see if you can try one, okay?
Okay.
All right, Adi, can you do another vocabulary word, please?
All right. Savvy, it's smart. And number 2.
Can you give me a sentence?
Technology savvy.
I'm
I like.
Technologically. That's a hard word. Technologically. Or just say tech savvy. That's what we say. We don't say that.
Okay.
I'm tech savvy.
I'm tech savvy. Right.
And I have an interesting note for you. The word savvy comes from the Spanish colonists that came to America. They used to say, savvy, like, do you know? Sabe means do you know in Spanish. And so English kind of accumulated it and owned the word and changed it to savvy, meaning one who knows. Isn't that cool? So that is the history of the word savvy, coming from Spanish. All right, Rio, next one.
Deny someone chance. Reject, say no.
Good. Can you give me an example?
So
Kind of hard.
the boss denied employees a chance. Employees chance.
Chance to do what? To be promoted? That would work.
Like, oh yeah, promoted or his award.
Good. Good. Okay, next one. Back to you, Anna.
Oh, okay. Lucrative level,
Good.
money producing level.
And a sentence?
Oh my gosh, a sentence.
Yeah, this one's hard.
Oh my gosh. Okay. He set up in a startup and my gosh. And teacher.
Give it. We usually use the saying has a good lucrative level or a bad lucrative level.
Okay. He is set it up in a startup and he succeeds and it has a good lucrative level.
Good. Excellent. This is usually a word we see a lot in business articles, not necessarily one we we use in speech as much, which is kind of strange. All right, Anton.
Get off course. It's going in the wrong direction. Not as planned.
All right. This could be a description of my classes.
Yes, and
Was every
get off course because I am also always lazy in that class.
good? All right.
This was yeah.
Maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it's a bad thing. I don't know. All right, Mustafa, can you do forte? We have 2 definitions left.
Which two?
I will tell you. We have 3 and 4 are left.
And 4. 3 and 4. Okay. I think it's 3. Something you are good at.
Good. So, can you tell me what is your forte?
I'm good at. It's related to professionalism, my professional career, or?
Anything. Like you could say, cooking is my forte, reading is my forte, technology.
Oh, yeah. So you can say technology is my forte. Yeah, but technology is my forte. Art also. Okay.
But all right, because forte means it's not Italian or Latin. It means strength or strong. So it's something you're strong at.
Convincing. I'm strong at convincing. So convincing is my forte.
Right.
Could it be like that?
Yeah, you could say like arguing is my forte.
Yeah, arguing. Okay.
Good. All right, Adi, last one to bear in mind, which we only have one definition.
Yeah, it is very difficult. Remember to bear in mind.
Good.
Okay. The example. I need to bear in mind everything that I have learned, so I can so I'm not forgot.
Yeah, that's probably the hardest part about learning a language, right? Is remembering, bearing in mind everything. All right, let's read
Hmm.
this article. It's a few pages long. I'm going to see how I separate it out. There's three pages long. And so I think we could do, and there's 5 of you. Wow, I have a lot of students today. Um, so let's break it up into paragraphs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, don't know how. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to let you read. Everybody, we'll start with Anna. Anna, you'll read for a little bit, and you'll stop when you're ready. And the next person will go, and if they want to read, they can read. If they don't have to. Okay? Because I know some people don't like to read out loud, or they don't like to read for a long time, and so you can choose. All right? So Anna, let's start with you. I'm going to make this bigger.
Okay, I like reading.
I know
I
you
like
like reading, so I'll let you start, and if you want to read this whole page, I would be fine with that. Hold on.
Okay.
Give me a second, because now my computer is going crazy. And I'm going to make it big, so I cannot see the chat.
Thank you. I can see.
It's getting
Yes. But there is
there. It's getting there.
there is a column covering the first words. Okay. Over the years, Japan has earned a reputation for its awkward command of English, with results ranging from the perplexing to downright hilarious. The country's translation screw-ups are so common that they've even earned their own collective name, Engrish. Carry on?
Yeah, as you wish. And if you want to pass it on, just pass it on to the next person.
But for all of the sites that poke fun at English, it's almost impossible to find one that talks about why it happens. So today, we're offering a bit of explanation along with the laughs. As we look at a sign in Japan that informs English reading passerby that today is under construction. The photo of the sign has actually been floating around online for some time now, but it has recently caught the attention of Japanese internet users who are linguistically savvy
Good.
enough to appreciate the humor. The snapshot was originally taken by a foreign visitor to Kyoto's Nijo Castle, one of the most popular tourist destinations in a city packed with sightseeing wonders. As one of the few castles built in a rare period of peace during Japan's feudal era, Nijo Castle is surrounded by extensive gardens, and in one you will find a waterfall.
All right, so let's pass because we have 4 other people. Let's see if anybody else wants to read. Anton, do you want to read?
Yes.
Go.
The castle receives thousands of visitors every year, and rather than deny travelers a chance to see the historic site by regardedly shutting it down, maintenance and gardening often take place uh, even as guests mill about. So when workmen had to temporarily stop the garden waterfall, they put up a sign the Japanese on which means please understand that due to maintenance The waterfall in the outer garden is not flowing today. For the sake of international travelers, there was also an English explanation. It was kind of the castle's curators to consider those who don't speak Japanese, but sadly the English translation didn't come out quite right. So now exactly did things end up like this? Well, most sightseeing spots in Japan don't keep an in-house translator on the payroll, and if you ever read an English tourism pam- pamphlet
Pamphlet, good.
pamphlet that sounded natural, it was probably the work of a contracted freelance translator.
Okay,
Let's pass.
I'm going to turn to the next page, but before we get to this part, actually, I don't have any questions yet. Let's read the last one. I didn't put the full article because I didn't think we needed to read the full article. So now let's do, I think, who's the next one? I can't see anybody, so at time, will you please let the next person read?
Rio.
Hello?
Yeah, you want to read, Rio?
Okay. While translation isn't on the same lucrative level as fields such as finance, law, and medicine, and trying to find a qualified translator willing to accept an offer for one's sentence project is pretty hard to do. So, in the case of these super short translations, they are usually done by whichever Japanese staff member has the best command of English and also has time to spare, which in the routinely overworked, understandably sleepy Japan really cuts down the candidate pool. Okay, so we see how the translation probably got passed off to someone who was less than an ideal match for the job. But how did it get so off course? The person who decided on today's under construction has got to be a real moron, right? And not really. For example, imagine if I asked you to translate the sentence due to maintenance, the waterfall in the outer garden is not floating today into a foreign language. That's not really your fault. Being eloquent becomes a secondary goal, and the main purpose is just to get the point across. So maybe you cut due to maintenance. The waterfall in the outer garden is not floating today. Down to today, the waterfall is under maintenance.
Actually, let's read. Give me a second. And I'm going to send you guys the rest of the article. That I have here. Forever to do this. Who usually translates the small sentences like that on signs? Like the construction side. Is it usually a native speaker or do they hire a translator?
non-native speaker.
Right, somebody who just is working there and probably doesn't know much English at all. All right, I want you to open up this link I've sent. And this way I can get everybody to get a chance to read.
Mhm.
Okay, so if you guys go to this, let me share my screen. Hold on, so I can show you where we are. So we stopped here. So maybe you cut down due to maintenance. Due to maintenance, the waterfall in the outer garden is not flowing today. Okay, so Mustafa, can you read this next section you see on my screen?
The section that's probably what. Okay,
Yes.
that's probably what whomever wrote the sign English version was going for. The problem is Japanese and English grammar sometimes work very differently from one another. In Japanese, you can often cut the subject out of a sentence completely, and it still make perfect sense. For example, when my wife comes home tonight and I tell her, I have been drinking bourbon since noon. It's bourbon, right? Or bourbon?
Bourbon.
Bourbon, okay? I can omit or I from the sentence and just tell her Hiro kara bourbon wo nondiru.
Hey, Japanese.
Uh, as long as I haven't mentioned anyone else who I could possibly be talking about in the conversation. The I is implied by context. Knowing that it's not too difficult to see how today the waterfall is under maintenance could chop down once again, losing its comma in the process, and became today is under maintenance. Uh, but it's not just grammar where English and Japanese are different, but sometimes in how vocabulary works too. In English, uh, okay, in English we usually use maintenance for fixing something that already exists, and construction for building something new. Sometimes in Japanese, though, the word koji, which is used on the top half of the sign from Nijo Castle, can mean either construction or maintenance, particularly if you are talking about sometimes like building or its fixtures for which a man a man-made garden waterfall applies.
All right, let's go Adi.
All right. Again, bearing in mind that the intended message of the science English version has been simplified from the Japanese original. We are not dealing with someone who truly bilingual here. Crack open a Japanese to English dictionary, and 99 times out of 100 the first definition for kuji that jumps out is going to be constructions. So if we track the translation process from the start to finish, it ends up like this. Due, due to maintenance um, for today and the waterfall is outer garden is not flowing today. Today the waterfall is under maintenance. Today is under maintenance. Today is under construction. All right.
Go ahead,
And
you can read
hey,
the rest.
um, and hey, let's not overlook that whoever wrote the English versions knew that the literal translations of Japanese phrase dozo goroso. I don't know. Kudasai. Please, please consent. Sounded too heavy-handed in English, and instead rendered it as the much more hospitable. Thank you for understanding. All right. So the next time you come across some English, so go ahead and chuckle because a lot of it is legitimately funny.
Good.
But at the same time, take a second to remember that the cause might be someone pulling double D outside their comfort zone.
Okay. So will somebody give me a quick, actually, how did everybody understand that article?
Okay, it's article about difference between translation problem or how our mind translate from thinking in a Japanese way to English.
Right.
So that's cause a lot of funny things that may happen in translation, which
Good.
cause us with this English.
All right, so I have a few examples that I think are hilarious, and then we'll stop. So we have like 1 minute more. So can everybody see this sign on my screen? Hopefully fall into the river.
It's very
Yeah.
carefully fall to the river. Okay. All right.
You should do it carefully. How about this one?
Okay. Yes.
Some of this is Chinese too. It's not just Japanese.
Chicken rude and unreasonable.
Chicken is rude and unreasonable. Okay. This one. Sorry, I'm going a little bit faster than I want to, but this is probably my favorite one. This is at a Holiday Inn in Beijing.
Barbecue pork. Oh my god.
Okay.
This says wash
Remove.
inside out. Remove child before washing. Because I always thought you should just, the whole child just goes right into the washer.
Yeah. Take care, child inside, huh? While fine.
Dying right here is strictly prohibited. I don't know what they wanted to say.
Yeah.
Like, I have no idea what their intention was. Dying. And then probably the most hilarious one, the manicure set for your hand. It's ridiculous. All right. So if you guys go to Engrish.com, you can have there's a lot of fun things. And I think it's kind of a fun, interesting way to test your own English skills if you go and check it out. So if you go to this website, look at some examples, and I don't know, it's kind of a funny way to see what you understand and what you catch.
All right.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining. I know we went a little bit over. Thank you, Anna.
Okay.
Thank you, Mustafa. Thank you, Adi. And thank you, Rio.
Thank you for the fun classes, Cassidy.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Take care. I'll see you guys soon.
Take care. Bye.